What is up, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show. Beat the market one trade at a time. If you're new to Market Marauder Show, it's an investment channel. Helps you find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure that thumbs up. Definitely helps YouTube algorithm promote the videos. All right, so we'll be going over Bitcoin. Is the Bitcoin rally over? So there are a lot of things going on with Bitcoin. Some of the things I'm going to be highlighting in this video. So for a price analysis, around the time I'm recording this, Bitcoin had a high for the month of about $47,733 to a low range of about $35,070. So kind of fluctuating in between that range for the whole month. And so we're starting to see a lot of people jump out of Bitcoin. We're starting to see a lot of people actually jump into Bitcoin and buy the dip. Overall, I think Bitcoin is still bullish, especially seeing it go to 65K last year. I think that was a very pivotal moment for Bitcoin. And there's a lot of different factors like fluctuations that I think are going to help Bitcoin moving forward. Next, you're starting to see a lot of companies starting to ramp up their mining production, buying a lot more ASIC miners. You have companies like Bitfarms, which mined 3,454 Bitcoin last year in 2021. You also have Marathon Digital, which mined 3,197 Bitcoin last year. And so, you're going to start seeing more demand for graphics cards. So companies like NVIDIA and AMD are going to continue to go up as more people who missed the first opportunity for mining start to get into mining. I don't think that mining is over itself. And so in this video, I'm going to explain some of the things going on with that. Bitfarms and Marathon Digital are publicly traded companies. So Bitfarms is trading under the ticker BITF, and then Marathon Digital is trading under the ticker sign MARA. So if you want to go check those out, they may be great plays if you do believe in Bitcoin long term. Next, there are a lot of different sectors that are starting to rally up as well. You have meme coins, which people are going to be looking at. So the two being Dogecoin and Shiba Inu being two of the main coins that I think people are going to be looking at going into 2022. There are tons of other coins out there, but now we have new contenders. So you have the Metaverse as well, which will be like the Decentraland and the Sandbox. You have Meta Platforms, which was Facebook starting to get into the Metaverse game. You have a lot of celebrities jumping into Metaverse. You still have the NFT market, which is continuing to go on. And you also have Web3 that is beginning to ramp up. So Web3 projects like Filecoin and Polkadot are some to look at. But in this video, I'm going to be explaining some of the things that you should be watching and what I think overall about this Bitcoin rally. Is it over, or do I think it's continue to go? So stay tuned for that. All right, so let's jump into some analysis of what's going on in this crypto market. So Bitcoin, the time recording this, is at $37,990.14. If we look at their chart, let's go to their 1-year chart. And as far as the Bitcoin rally, they did have a high. This was back in November, hitting $66,000, so $66,971. And that was the high, so the 1-year high in this 1-year time interval. So they did have another fall where they fell down to around 29,000. This was about a year ago. And so, a little under a year ago, I should say half a year ago, this was around the June timeframe. And so definitely going to be looking at it for a long term. So some people may be saying the bull run is over, but if you see right here, immediately after it fell around this June timeframe, it jumped all the way up to a new high. So I think that could be a similar pattern that's going on for it currently, and definitely a great buying opportunity. So outlining some of the other things that I think are a reason why I don't think the Bitcoin rally is over. Maybe things like mining. So I'm going to go over two companies. First is Bitfarms. Bitfarms is a publicly traded company that mines Bitcoin. They currently have 106 megawatts that they are generating with 2.2 EHS or exahash. And then they have publicly traded stock. So Bitfarms is a publicly traded company. So what I'm seeing a lot of people doing is getting into the mining companies. So instead of mining themselves, they're trying to diversify their portfolio, getting exposure into crypto by buying some of these mining companies. So the stock is currently at $3.35 a share, so it's not that much, but they do mine Bitcoin. And so it's kind of a way to get into Bitcoin because as the price of Bitcoin goes up, the valuation of this company is going to go up. Another company that I look at as well is called Marathon Digital. And so Marathon Digital Holdings, they have a bunch of Bitcoin miners. They also have 105 megawatts of power facility that's located in Montana. And then also they are mining as well using the S19 Pro miners with about 3.32 EHS. And so that's definitely something to look at as well. They're buying more and more miners. So you're starting to see a lot of these companies buying more and more miners. They have this 20 acres of land that they're using just for Bitcoin mining. And these ASIC miners are starting to get a little bit cheaper. In price point, but they made large orders in advance, so they didn't really have to worry about that. But you're starting to see more people getting into mining in general, whether it's going through ASIC miners to mine Bitcoin, or if people are trying to get GPUs to do mining of some of the other altcoins that are out there. And so you're also starting to see GPU prices kind of start to regulate, or at least what I'm seeing is an advantage, is they're available. And so on here, this is Newegg. It's a place where you can get a lot of different computer components, and you have a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090, so one of the newer graphics cards that's out with 24 gigabytes, which will help you begin mining for about $3,500. Now, $3,500 is a large barrier for entry for a lot of people. Saving up $3,500 may not be the best way. You don't need the top of the line graphics card to get into mining. You can just use any graphics card in general. Some of these programs, like, mineable, you can even use a CPU. So you don't really need a graphics card to do so. But to make significant profits, getting a graphics card may be the way to go. Now, you may hear some YouTubers say, getting a graphics card is a waste of time. It's a waste of money. There's no point. You're not going to get enough profits. But I do believe there's still opportunity out there, especially when you have whole companies like Bitfarms and Marathon Digital Holdings that are starting to mine Bitcoin at an enormous rate and buying even more ASICs miners. So they're focusing directly on Bitcoin, not on some of the other altcoins. But like I said again, I think there's a large opportunity for individual investors to get into Bitcoin mining and things of that nature. If you learn how to do Bitcoin mining or learn about Bitcoin in general or learn about crypto in general, I have a link for a course down below. Make sure you guys go check it out. It'll teach you everything you need to know about getting into crypto, mining, metaverse, all the things that are well versed into crypto. Next, one thing that really uh, kind of set a light bulb off into my head about the impact of crypto is an article that I read on CoinDesk where YouTube loses a pair of executives to Web3. And so YouTube, which is owned by Google, lost two of their executives to a Web3 project, which is Polygon. And so Polygon was able to take away two executives from YouTube to be the CEO now of Polygon Studios. And so Polygon is starting to ramp up some of their Web3 stuff. Polygon is available for trading on Coinbase, and there are a lot of other places where you can get Polygon. It's not, one of these that are non-tradable. So you can get your hands on Polygon with just about any crypto wallet that's out there, or exchange, I should say, that's out there. And so I think as we start to see a lot of these different sectors ramp up, you'll start to see meme coins ramp up. You'll start to see Web3, which has been, kind of a highlight, start to ramp up. You're starting to see a shift in the culture of a lot of these people who really have the freedom and the know-how to start ramping up these projects. Web3, I think, is going to be something to look at for, especially going into 2022. I think Web3 is going to be, one of the talking points. The next talking point that I think everybody's going to be looking at is going to be the metaverse itself. So there are multiple ways to talk about the metaverse. So Facebook changed its name to Meta. So you have kind of the stock investor section that talks about the metaverse, and then you have the crypto investor that talks about the metaverse. We were talking about the metaverse from a stock perspective. They're more talking about NVIDIA, the people who supply the graphics cards, NVIDIA, AMD. They're talking about Meta platforms, talking about Microsoft. So companies themselves who are having plans to get into the metaverse. We talk about the crypto side. You're talking about the metaverse. You're talking about Decentraland. You're talking about the Sandbox, things of that nature that you need a cryptocurrency wallet, usually a MetaMask wallet, to log into those places to participate in their metaverse. And so there's kind of a disconnect between the two. But I think metaverse in general, as more people start to understand what it is, as more people start to understand the use case for metaverse and DAOs and really jump into cryptocurrency, I think it will continue to grow into 2022. And another reason why I think crypto in general and the Bitcoin rally is not over. So first you have Decentraland Games, which is a great place for you to do some networking. They have great networking events, and then you can also go to their casino as well. And then you have the Sandbox. The Sandbox is being one of the largest projects that are out there. There are a lot of famous people that are backing it. A lot of celebrities are backing the Sandbox. It is a great place as well to get some digital land. So you may hear people saying, I'm getting digital real estate or getting a plot of land in the metaverse. Usually it's in the Sandbox or it's in Decentraland. So those are the main two as far as crypto is concerned. They're also, different things that you can do in the other metaverses, which will be the Facebook ecosystem or Meta Platforms ecosystem, and then the Microsoft ecosystem itself. And so those I kind of look at as kind of like they're just now getting into the metaverse, but these are solidified projects that I believe, when talking about crypto, that must be acknowledged when talking about the metaverse. So because all these things are going on in the crypto world and Bitcoin being the largest cryptocurrency or most popular one that's out there with the largest market cap, I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I just think it's a great buying opportunity. Now, bear in mind, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest or not to invest into any cryptocurrencies talked about in this video, just showing you what's out there and giving you my opinion on the crypto market. So drop a comment down below. Tell me, what do you think about the crypto market? Do you think that Bitcoin is at a great buy right now, or do you think that it has more room to fall, or do you think that it's over for Bitcoin, you need to jump into other projects? Make sure you drop that comment down below. Right down there, hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps YouTube out with the videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.